Hey everyone, welcome back to Sailing Mist. Currently editing the video that you are watching. That's weird. And join us as we're about to shove the rudder back into the bus.
We'll go up first. Okay, sir. Ow.
Right, so rather stupidly we forgot to film that, or actually no, I thought I pressed the button and I neglected to. Rudder's in. Let's do the top bit now, eh? So that's the bottom bit done. Sorry we didn't film that very well. Now we're going to do the top bit. So this is what she looks like at the top for those of you that haven't seen. So there's our shaft that we've just put in. This bit here is the tube that runs all the way from the bottom underneath the hull up to the top of the deck. And then in the middle of this it's flopping around. So we have got this bit. Hello! And that is hopefully going to go in here. And that is the first job. Let's see how we get on. Well, that was pretty stress-free. Right, next bit. So I think this is what we need to do. That looks about right. And then we've got this pin here, which I think... From memory, this is where it came out. I have taken a photo and double-checked. And I think that just goes there and it stops the whole thing falling out. Then we've got that there. Theory now, this keyway here lines up with this bit on here. Let's hope for the best. That goes on there. As far as tools go, this is pretty cool. Et voila! C'est magnifique! Oui? Okay, observe. Rudder is in place. Today is just the day that keeps giving. Good news, it's there. A little bit more anti-fouling on that and then life will be golden, I reckon. We have got the acid test though. Upstairs you've just seen us do everything up. We're going to take these blocks away now and see if it still stays there. Because after all, that's how it's going to be in the water. Are we ready? Right, so some of you keynos may have noticed that we have got nothing when we walk along here from the companionway all the way to the front of the boat up there. There is nothing for us to hold on to. So what we are going to do here is attempt to make something to hold on to. I guess this is where maybe when we're looking at maybe a bit of racing, more pushing ourselves and pushing the boat a little bit more than we would. Not aiming for a result, but racing. Trying to be competitive with ourselves. That's a great way to say we've got no way of winning, isn't it? Anyway, when we're looking at doing this sort of stuff, we've been looking at safety regulations. And within the safety regulations, it says you need to have something to hold on to from the back of the bus to the front of the bus. So we've got nothing, and this is the way we're going to bodge our way around it. So what we've done here is drilled a little, what do you call this thing? Have a look. One of these things, an eye bolt. That's it, an eye bolt. There we go. Boshed it through on there. There. So we've got the eye bolt back there, and then up here, just seen us rivet these badgers on. Riveted. Tough. Make sure you've got one of those big scissory things. Otherwise you ain't going to do it. Okay, so we've got our fixed points. We've got fixed point A, and we've got fixed point B. This here is perfectly accessible as soon as we get down the companionway. So we're going to tie a rope to that one, and then a rope to this one, and a few knots along the way. So trusty old bowline over here. And our aim is we're going to tie it tight over here. Point of tying the knots in it is, this is rope. Well, clearly, duh. And if our hands slip on this, then what I don't want to do is for our hands to keep going, yoink, and get a load of rope burn. So hopefully, if we do slip, we'll hit the next knot and we won't do ourselves a load of mischief. So I reckon that's good there. I'm going to put that through there. I've got two choices now. Do I do a round turn 2/2 hitches or do I do a bowline? So many knots. I was once told by a wise man whilst tying a boat to a trailer, if you can't tie knots, tie lots. I tied lots and my boat fell off its trailer. It's not a great story really. I can now tie knots. Okay, we're going round turn 2/2 hitches. Round turn. Sonnies. 1 hitch. 2 hitch. Okay, grab, first rail. Whoa, it's pretty windy up there. Pretty good job I got this handrail, man. Woo! Okay, I'm going all the way to the front of the boat. Okay, all categories, job done. Laurie, don't stand on the speakers. So this is an anode, and an anode needs to go on the outside of the boat so that the rest of the stuff inside doesn't fizz away. And this is me shoving on said anode. So this red gloopy stuff here on our prop is prop guard, prop speed, something like that. It's a vain attempt to stop growth on the prop, and let's go quicker. So with all this boat work going on, I've kind of forgotten what it's like to actually go sailing. But today, that is all changing. Not going out on Mist. She's not quite ready yet, as you've seen. But we are going to play on something a little bit bigger, a little bit drier, and a whole lot more expensive.
I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess the ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before I knew. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew.
That was fun. We no longer need the big locker that was there, but before we do anything with it, probably store it, we are going to remove this plate because I think there's a certain amount of historic importance to that plate, and I'm going to keep it. Proud to have the old girl. Have you guessed what it is yet? This is the makings of our cooker gimballing system for our new alcohol stove. Let's see how we get on with this. Well, that did not go according to plan, so here we are using the hob to soften a hose to get the last bit of the engine on. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching another episode of Sailing Mist. Join us next week when we are going for launch day. That's right, you heard it. We're going splash and finally stop spending the cash. So just join us next week. Thank you so much. Why is my wife shaking her head at me? This is how I talk. Get over it. Okay, like and subscribe down there somewhere. Cheers guys, bye.